might be the real deal. Here, live, talking to you on the internet. Figuring shit out. With my co-pal, Roxy. How you doing, Roxy? Can you say hi? Oh, she's pointing at the stepper sign. Yeah. Alright, so, I'm wondering how much you can hear this. I got a lot of stuff to figure out. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with these YouTube videos. I just know that bandmates called out sick today, and so I got some time in the band room, and figure I'll start broadcasting it on YouTube and see what the fuck happens. All right. Yes. First step is to see if this is actually broadcasting live on the interwebs. So you can do it with me if you want. I'm gonna go to a Google page on my cell phone. Apparently it's called a Google app. And the terminology just fucking screws with some of us old guys. Let's see. I'm gonna close that and open up my YouTube app. I think I have somewhere. Yeah, there it is. YouTube app somewhere. I'm gonna search Stepper. Ooh, actually, this is a bit different. This is my personal page. I dot M dot Stepper. I don't know. It's a ripoff of Will I Am from, I don't know, what band is he from? Sir Mix-a-Lot? Someday I'll probably change this fucking channel name. And look at that. It does not pull right up. Weird. Okay. Let's see if I try Stepper Rocks. Search. There's that page. And if I go there, I don't see any live broadcasting. I also wonder if this is loud enough. I wanted to figure that out right after we figure out if it's live broadcasting. Here, I'm turning it up. There, it's turned up. I just realized I'm having another little stupid thing I did. Do I really have to keep talking and talking all the time on my own fucking broadcast? Probably. Alright, how do I find my YouTube channel? Let's see if I can find it through the internet. Because I hate using my phone. I suck at using fucking cell phones. Hey, there it is. Figuring Shit Out, Episode 1, Season 1. By Stepper. Alright. This is where I think I turn out desktop audio. So far I can't hear anything. I'm down the page on the computer that is running the broadcast right now, and I'm turning it on my phone. Alright, how much can we hear, if anything? Alright, I figured out how to figure something out. And now I think I can turn these fucking vocals up quite a bit. These vocals are gonna get much louder now. Prove it, prove it. Come on, the delay. There's a delay between the phone and. I did prove it. I did prove it. I did prove it. I did. I really fucking proved it. Now I just turned the microphone at me, so now I'm proving it a lot more. See that microphone? That's what I turned at me. And really, the question of the moment is now I have two questions. Two things I gotta deal with to make this broadcast move on. I'll come back to that. Alright, so we got video working and we got audio. You can hear me. I know you can fucking hear me now. You could probably hear me louder if I turn up some of these buttons. So let me do that. I'm undoing the pad button on the Scarlett Focusrite. And now I'm turning up the knob to about 75%, and I see it passing the 10 decibel, negative 10 decibel area. So I'm going to back that down to, say, like the 15, 20 decibel range, and I'm pretty sure you can hear me just freaking fine now, and I get kind of loud if I do that. So probably tone it down a little bit here. What I'm wondering is I intend to like go, I don't know, fuck around with musical instruments here and there, like live, loud musical instruments. And when I do that, I'm wondering, how many knobs I'm gonna have to turn on this broadcast to have it come across decently without making a big production of the EQing. I'm just kind of hoping to keep it stupid fucking simple, right? Because that's the way we're supposed to keep everything. So, this is Figuring Shit Out, Episode 1, Season 1, and it's not made for kids or my mom or aunts. Yeah, so gonna do things pretty normally and naturally, and I don't know, use some of this time to just figure shit out, whether it's audio recording equipment, whether it's putting songs together, whether it's booking a show, whether it's ranting about why I can't be at the ocean more often, or talking about XRP, which this is never financial advice, right? Not one shred of financial advice will ever come from this channel. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah, you. No financial advice. But I probably will talk about XRP quite a bit because, fuck, man, it's going to blast off from the atmosphere and just start moving at lightning speed across space and time. Get in while you fucking can, right? The markets were up today, early this morning, 10% XRP or so, and it's dropped back down, corrected itself about 5%. All in all, I think it's still above $2.50. And now I just realized, yeah, let's do a XRP check, right? So that means we pick up our phone, we go to our favorite exchange app, and we look at our portfolio number. And by golly, it was close to what I saw this morning. So, liking that and just hoping it is finally going to blast off and do what we're all expecting it to do. I heard what Japan is using it for currency on applications currently, and there was some statement saying all banks in Japan will adopt it in 2025 for a currency. I'm probably somewhat wrong on both of those thoughts or understandings, but I do think I saw something regarding that a couple of days ago. And that's pretty cool because it just is another stepping stone in one direction to um, doing whatever the fuck I want. All right. You're supposed to be able to chat back and interact with me on those. So let's figure out where those fucking boxes are and go from there. Because that's where all the fun is, right? YouTube live control panel. Gave it the information it wanted. All right. I think it might be possible to chat with me now. Not that you'd want to, but it might be possible. So, send a chat this way if you dare. And I will try and chat with myself, even if you don't. Because that's why we're here. Figure the shit out, right? Figuring it out with Shane Stepper and Roxy. Yeah, there's Roxy. Oops, I shouldn't pound on the desk. I think I've already figured out when I pound on the desk, it's really fucking annoying to you viewers. So sorry about that, and I will try and refrain as we move forward with figuring shit out. I'm going to YouTube on my phone and looking around and not quickly seeing what I want. I'm punching in Stepper to the search box, and it just brings up a whole fucking bunch of Stepper fucking stepping devices. Advertisements. Alright, I'm searching Stepper Live. That didn't work either. I just hit, I don't know, it's at I.am.stepper. Why does it not just fucking show when you search that?
Live. That didn't work either.
Hi.
I just hit. I don't know. It's at I.am.stepper. Why does it not just fucking show when you search that? Live. That didn't work either. Hi. I just hit. I don't know. It's at I.am.stepper. Why does it not just fucking show when you search that? Live. That didn't work either. Hi. I just hit. I don't know. It's at I.am.stepper. Why does it not just fucking show when you search that? Live. That didn't work either. Hi. I just hit. I don't know. It's at I.am.stepper. Why does it not just fucking show when you search that?
Hmm. Send that shit. Alright, so where's the fucking chat then? It says the chat registered, but it's not showing the motherfucking chat. Send that shit. Alright, so where's the fucking chat then? It says the chat registered, but it's not showing the motherfucking chat. Alright. think we got audio working. I think we got the chat working. I think you can see me. I think it doesn't need to be so fucking bright in here. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Alright. So, now that you can actually hear me, hello once again. Welcome to the channel, and I don't know, a new thing I just kind of want to do when I have time, and that's figure some shit out, you know? Whether it's how to finish a song, or how to get better booking responses from places to perform at, or I don't know, how to repair the stupid plumbing when it bursts underneath your kitchen sink. Really just kind of want to use it for anything and everything, whatever, instead of probably just sitting around playing fucking video games in my downtime. So I'm here with my puppers. Rosie. She says hello. Hey, what you doing? Huh? Say hi to the internet world, puppers. Okay. Speak. She says not without a damn treat. All right. I have musical tasks I want to tend to today. I want to see if I can use Reaper and Easy Drummer to lay out a foundation for a song that I call So Evil with an O, EVOL, which probably is nothing more than a placeholder name that I thought sounded cool 10 years ago. Whatever, but the song needs to be finished. It is a high energy piece of music that has a chorus line that I really like. And so, yeah. So right now, the audio is pushing about -20 to -15 dBs when I'm talking, and that's going through a Shure SM7B or 3B or whatever fucking B it is microphone, and I want to see what's gonna happen when I leave it right there and strike a couple drum notes. So let's do that. I think the video camera is supposed to follow me around the room, but I don't know if I have the right buttons pushed. Let's see if I can find them. So tracking, normal tracking. Alright, and let's see if this thing tracks me. Do you want to track me? Or are you going to continue to track me? Yeah? Alright. I wonder if this will blow the audio out. Let's see. That's fun. That was fun. I wonder if the audio blew out. Let's find out. Going to the YouTube page. Wait. After I do an XRP check. XRP check. Hasn't moved much. Alright. Fun. That was fun. I wonder if the audio blew out. Let's find out. Going to the YouTube page. Wait. After I do an XRP check. XRP check. Okay. So the audio didn't blow out while I was playing drums there. That's pretty interesting. And I didn't play with like maximum drumming force like I'm going to. But still, it wasn't too bad. So I kind of like that. I'm not going to have to adjust the volume that much. I wonder how guitar's going to go. I wonder if I'm probably going to have to... No. I'm not going to have to. I can just play the fucking guitar and figure it out is what I can do. All I got to do is turn it on. Duh. It's as easy as that, but it never is, and you know it. So, thanks for checking in here with Figuring It Out. Shane Stepper and my co-host Roxy. Figuring shit out here. So currently I'm working on figuring out how to do a YouTube live broadcast and make anything I can frickin' dream of happen. And what have we figured out? We've been able to get to go live. So here we are live. The audio's working. We've turned down the lights because it looks a little bit cooler. I think we have audio going. We have the Shure SM7B over here on the left that's picking up my voice pretty well, I think. And we just did a drumming test. The Ozbot camera is kicking ass following me around the room. So I think we're going to run a guitar test now and just kind of see what happens with that. Because ideally I want to be using this channel for a lot of music related type stuff. Figuring shit out, writing songs, figuring out instrument problems and plugins and how to use Reaper, how to use Easy Drummer. So soon I want to explore the So Evil song here with you guys. Which unfortunately I don't know how to like show my screen while I do that type of stuff. So maybe someday I'll figure that out. Not today though, I guarantee it. Alright, let's go see what happens when we turn on a guitar. Isn't that awesome? We have one button stop shopping to turn on the whole fucking guitar rig. And it doesn't need to be properly band loud, which that's what this is gonna be. Concludes the guitar test. Either it blew out or it didn't blow out. Now it's time to find out. With your host, me, on the show Figuring It Out. Season 1, Episode 1. Or is it Figuring Stuff Out? I probably need to figure out the name of my show, right? But you know, it's not like I fucking knew what it was an hour and a half ago when I left at work at 3 o'clock. This Figuring It Out with your host, me, wasn't on my brain. Alright, you know what we just figured out? The camera couldn't keep up with me. Walking, it stalled out there. But once I got back into view, it recognized me and started following me right back to this lovely destination that you find me sitting here talking to you in. So, you know what we need to figure out? Figuring shit out. I wonder if I should leave it or be figuring stuff out. Figuring shit out is more honest, right? Yeah. No shit. That's why we fucking say it. 'Cause it's some honest fucking shit, right? Talk about integrity. Fuck. Okay. It's time to do an XRP check. Let's go. Oh, it's a little bit lower than it was when I checked earlier. All right. What are we trying to do now? Now we're going back to watch this YouTube live channel on YouTube. And there's a delay, like a 20-second delay. And I can use that to determine whether or not the audio quality blew out when I was playing some guitar stuff. Whether you call that music or not is probably up for debate. But we just want to see if that noise that I was making with the guitar and the amplifier blows out the audio quality of this YouTube stream or not. Hopefully it doesn't, because if it doesn't, it means I can kind of just do what I want in this room musically anytime something hits my head, and I don't have to adjust any stupid fucking knobs. Because adjusting knobs every now and then, so, but when you have to do it like back and forth just to get anything done whenever, and it's repetitive and over, it kind of sucks the fucking fun out of this shit, right? So, hopefully we don't have to do that. Something that's going to be kind of rare on these shows is me just speaking from the top of my fucking head, man. Anything I can think of. That's not usually the case out there in the real world. So, everything is to artistic interpretation, and nothing I say or do is as it seems. So, keep your opinions to your fucking self. And let's just have some fun. Say hi. There it is. All right. Okay. So the audio didn't blow out while I was playing drums there. Alright. So I see what it's doing. It blew out with guitar a bit. It's a little bit fuzzy with that guitar. So, we will make some adjustments, which I think are okay, because when it comes to the talking audio quality in this video, I think that's pretty fucking there, and could be quite loud if your listening device was turned up. So, that's kind of a little bit unnecessary, so I think we can go down on that. And if we go down on that, I think it'll bring that guitar in and be a little bit okay. So, let's shoot for, 30 to 25 for vocals, and then when we play some music, it'll probably just be right in there. So, yeah, XRP check, let's go. Oh, it's right back about in the middle of where it was when the broadcast started. So, once again, welcome and hello. If you are here and new to the channel, you probably are, because everybody's new to this channel. You are watching Figuring Shit Out with Shane Stepper and my co-host Roxy. the invisible dog. And yeah, we're here to just figure some shit out, you know? Whatever it might be, we're going to figure it out, and that's going to be that. And appreciate you checking in from time to time and hopefully doing some chatting with us. We'll figure shit out and go from there. Let's go. Now, what we want to do now is figure out if we can get cool ass keyboard sound. Oh man, we shouldn't figure that part out. We already know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna fucking work. I'm gonna be able to get keyboard sound. No big fucking deal. And what I really want is to start working on that song So Evil, but what do you do, man? I'm already here. It's already fucking turned on. And there we go. Got a keyboard. All right, Roxy Doxy, let's go. Yes, I think the synthesizer works, and I could kind of see the mic bar from my point of view by the synth, and I don't think it was peaking, so I'm pretty sure it came across the broadcast in a fashion that was discernible, even though, of course, it totally fucking sucked. So, figuring shit out with Shane Stepper. Yeah. You know what we just figured out? We should get that sign in the fucking mix if we're doing this, right? And I have that in my control, so. Ha! Oh! It's out of my control at the moment. That's happening because Ozbot follows me around. And so even though I adjust it, it goes back to where it wants to be because Ozbot does that. Hey, you know what? I've lost 50 effing pounds since January 1, and it makes a lot of fucking difference. I got 50 pounds to go, but since you last saw me on the interwebs, I think I was up 50. So, yeah. We'll try and go back in here and avoid those body shots. Ozbot, avoid the body shots. Like it's fucking possible. Alright, so I want to start working on this other song, and what's going to be interesting is I gotta start pretending like you're not there and just start working in the Reaper software with Easy Drummer. So I'm kind of wondering if you'll be able to hear this. And I think you will. All right. Let's start a little teaser thing and see what happens. Alright, that's what happens when that happens. And that's why it happens. And I think that's the desktop audio, but it's not. And truth is I don't want to be playing with this piece of music when I'm Oh, get out of this piece of music, dude. Let's go new project. Let's insert a track. We're going to go to the FX section and choose the Easy Drummer plugin. That brings up a drum kit. which I'm clicking. And it's making noise. And all right. Let's make a beat work for a minute. And we need to do a check. Alright, that's cool. Kind of means we're figuring some shit out. So right now I have confidence that you're able to hear me chatting. If I want to play some guitar or drums, you can hear me and see me doing that with the Ozbot following me around the room. And now I believe that as I work on music related stuff through Reaper, you'll be able to hear like the drum tracks. That was just a basic easy drummer drum riff playing there, so I'm going to be using that and the guitar to create a rough rudimentary drum track for the song So Evil. So let's fucking name this right out of the gate. File, save project as, and I'm making sure that I'm in the same location that my other songs in Reaper are in, which is Documents, Reaper Media, and then I'm going to put the name in new. So Evil, capital letters, because I like them that way. And it gives me options below it. Create subdirectory for project, copy all media into project directory using convert media and trim media, which is like grayed out options, and move all media into project directory, and then grayed out is copy rather than move. Source media if not an old project. So I have in the past had all sorts of fucking problems with where stuff gets saved. And I don't have those problems sorted out in my head yet. So the way I control it is to just be really careful when I start a new project to do in the same place the other projects are at that have been working. So, and also I've kind of learned through work at this point doing this type of activity, it's probably good to date your file name. It really helps when you start sorting things out when time goes by on projects. And you get back into them. Alright, what is the date? 5-12-2025. And we're going to hit save. And it has been saved. Alright, now we want to get Easy Drummer up. And just make anything do something. So that's what we're calling anything doing something. interesting. When I pull up the chat box, the sound goes away that Reaper's producing. Same thing happens when I pull up the live broadcast thing. I hope to figure out ways to do this where you're able to watch me move the screen around in the future. I don't know. I think we can do something with that today. Halftime pushy rock is what that's called. And let's just drag that into the song creator. And it's produced intros and verses and choruses and pre-choruses and bridges and fills and endings for me. So I'm kind of finding it pretty funny right now because I'm really kind of digging this halftime pushy rock 135 beat per minute. Just standard verse 3 option, easy drummer 2 has in it. It has a lot of options close to it that kind of felt pretty real and easy and emotion drawing. So, but in this case, we're not looking for something that's halftime, so we're probably going to step it up. But I did put a star next to that. Here we got double kick metal, but this is not double kick metal, but it kind of is actually sometimes. But then there's punk metal. Let's see what punk metal does here. That's pretty cool. I could do a lot with that. It's not double kick. I mean, some of it's pretty aggressive. We'll see what happens. But radio rock. It's heavy rock, man. I'm just scrolling through options in Easy Drummer. Just like default shit. Okay. polyrhythm. See, that is something I kind of don't get with Easy Drummer. For you technical people out there that know what you can and can't really do. Some of these drum patterns are obviously from well-known songs. And what if you just build a drum track for your own song, utilizing that without altering it in any way? What's the deal? Is that acceptable? Can you do that? Can you... What if the song went somewhere? Doesn't make sense, doesn't seem right. So why do they give you those in Easy Drummer? I imagine somewhere in the fine print they tell you all about that. And I'm really good at reading fine print, so yeah, I'll get back to you after I figure that shit out. Alright, so we have figured out we haven't figured out anything. Nothing have we figured out. What's 2-beat? A straight 2-beat. One, two, one. That's a fucking 2-beat. No way. Alright, standard. I don't know. I wonder what that can do. I'm going to put it in my song creator and see what kind of develops. Alright, so the source file's here. And that's in the bridge section. Alright, interesting. Woo! That's some intense drumming scrutinization. Making all these decisions of what I liked and what I didn't like and how I could possibly use it or how that definitely won't work and where this could go or where that could go and how much work it's going to fucking take and how close to the mark is it really anyways. And all of this added up says I can make a couple things that I just heard there work really fucking well for this song. I can hear a verse and chorus with two of them. One of them's in the chorus number 2, I think, and the other was in the pre-chorus 1 or 2. That might be where the verse is at. So, let's see if we can make it work. First thing first, let's see if we can line up a count in for us. And what do we got? What are we using? Bridge 01? So right now we're just kind of seeing if we can create a count in, some kind of just count in, and I want no total filters. I just want to see where my countins are. Where are the countins? If I go all the way down here, do I get some? Was it in my... I know what I'm looking for exists. Right now I'm just trying to figure shit out. And what I'm trying to figure out that's so effing tough is... oh, where those count-ins are on the start menu. Drums, browser. Yeah, they're going to be in browser, I think. Not finding them there. There it is. Intro count-ins. Straight 4/4. I like variation number 1. And we'll just drop in a few of those. And then we're going to go to the song creator and we're going to locate time to put a guitar in my hand. Let's see what's going on the internet world. Anything? Nah, nothing. Not a zip. What do I expect? Nothing. Not a zip. Okay, so... renaming the drum track. Drums. Creating a new track. Naming it guitar. Routing. Alright, this is where I'm doing something I've never done before. And all it is I'm using channel number 2 to try and get guitar into this channel. That was close. Track channels 2, 4, 6, 8. Huh. Alright, how do I do this? Gotta figure something out. Figuring it out with Shane and Roxy. Alright, so I'm in Reaper. And I want to record guitar in Reaper. I also want it to just play. Through Reaper. And that might just happen from what I experienced. Check. Check, check. Alright, Internet. Give me a few minutes to do some stuff. I'll be right back. Not too worried about what's going on. Figuring shit out. Episode 1, Season 1. This is what we call doing it, Roxy. I should probably get some water. What have we been doing? A lot. Hi, doggies. Anyone up here? Come on. Speak. 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 You gotta speak. 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 There you go. Easy. Ow, dork. Here, Dumper. There you go. That wasn't very nice. That Roxy. Not Dumper. They're my dorky co-hosts. And they want treats. And they don't get any. My treat. Alright, what have we been up to today? Well, got the live broadcasting working. Pretty sure you can hear me and see me. We figured out we could play some drums. We could play some guitar. Like live guitar. Without necessarily blowing out the sound in the room. And we opened up Reaper, started a new music project called So Evil, and been working out the drums. Kind of the drum foundation. Really, it's just the two. There are not two watching right now. Such a lie. All right, Roxy, where are we at? I wonder if I play the new song Riders in the Night, if it'll come through. So let's switch out of this project for a minute to kind of test that out. Let's make sure to save it. And we're going to open Riding the Night. It's a new song we're creating. All the recording has been done in the studio here. It is definitely not done. Let's just see what we got when we hit play. That was the middle part of the new song. So I'm not expecting much out of this live broadcasting currently. Really, the objective is to hit the damn play button, broadcast button, and figure stuff out, figure shit out. There's a lot of buttons and sequences you gotta go through just to even get to the point of broadcasting anything right here. I'm not doing it on an iPhone. I fucking hate working on those things. They don't work out for me. This is Riding the Night. Pretty cool, huh? Woo! Hear that squealing? That is no good. We don't want that to continue. I think to get out of that, we're going to have to go open project and back to this and that and open. No. Okay. And now we got the unruly guitar. Alright, what do we got? Yeah. Now we got we got So Evil back opened up, and all the drum tracks are where I left them. I think we can say we got the intro and the first section, verse, not really a verse, just kind of a musical intro. And then we got the half chorus, and then here's a full verse section, and then there's a half chorus or full chorus, and there's the full verse section. And so means we need to do some copying and pasting. All right. So that's what's going to get interesting with this song is after that second verse, second chorus, I need to slow this train down a lot. And maybe that's why I accidentally ran into that option earlier today. Halftime pushy rock. It's pushy rock. Do you like pushy rock? Halftime pushy rock. All right, let's see what happens. Still waiting for our first viewer to say hi in the chat box. Would love to see a hello in the chat box from our first viewer so I can see that the chat box is even working. So thank you for being here, and maybe if we're lucky, we'll get some action in the chat box today. I don't know. Only time will tell. Alright, I think it's time to probably pick up the guitar again. What do you think, Roxy? Should I pick up the guitar? Do you want to say anything to the YouTube audience? Do you want to speak? Speak. Do you want to speak? Speak. 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 Yeah, you're a good girl, huh? Yeah. Do you want to say anything to YouTube? Huh? Do you want to say anything to YouTube? Do you want to speak? Speak. Oh, yeah. You do talk a lot. You talk a lot. You talk a lot. I get those feet. I gotta get them. You get those feet. Yeah, she's a good girl, huh? Pretty girl. You pretty girl. Yeah. There's Roxy, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good doggy. All right. Advertisements. Do you hate fucking commercials? I despise commercials. But it's time for me to lay out a commercial of my own, unfortunately. Ladies and gentlemen, July 25, Friday evening at Georgie's Bar and Grill in Vancouver, downtown Vancouver, the full band, Stepper, is performing live. The show is going to start around 7 o'clock-ish, and it features a debut performance by Roscoe Kensington. Stepper's going to do a live full set, performing classics along with new music, such as My Life, So Evil, and Riding the Night, and possibly more. KTM. Which is Kill the Motherfucker. That's what that stands for, just in case you were wondering. And by the way, it's a pretty good time to mention that this is technically an all ages show, but really not recommended for kids. $10 at the door. The place is going to shut down around 10 o'clock. And we have special guests, the Warshers, performing live. The original Warshers. Alan Hartley, Bradley Sweets, and Jesse. Performing live with Stepper and Roscoe Kensington, July 25, Friday, at Georgie's Bar and Grill in Vancouver, Washington. Let's do this. Time to have some fun. Alright, so, on this channel, figuring shit out. I don't want to figure out commercials. I fucking hate them. So even pitching my own bad feels a little fucking weird. But I know it's okay, right? Right. Alright. Did that. And next up is probably playing some guitar to this drum riff. And see if it kind of lays out right. Hopefully it does. You know what time it is? We got to check XRP. Check our XRP time. XRP. Hopefully it's going up. XRP. Maybe it's going up. Go up XRP. Go up XRP. Go up. Nope. It's lower than it was when we started the video. XRP has gone down. it's been going down and up all day. So, let's get taking the edge off, and then playing this little drum thing again. All good. All right. What are we going to do next on Figuring Shit Out, Episode 1, Season 1? We are going to ponder whether or not this is actually a good name for these YouTube broadcasts. I question it a little bit. Are we really going to figure anything out? Anything serious? You know, probably not. Who knows, right? Yeah, once again, the idea is I just need to start hitting the damn broadcast button. I need to do it repeatedly, over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and I need to think about weird content, put weird stuff out there, and do things to figure all this shit out, and then one day catch some viral fucking wave and be there. On top of the world, baby. So until we get there, we gotta figure shit out. Hence this YouTube channel called Figuring Shit Out, Episode 1, Season 1, with your host, me, and co-host Roxy, the sweet puppy that currently isn't on the couch. Where's Roxy? She said, I'm out of here. She says, this is gonna bomb. Maybe I'll come back next time, is what she said, after I get more treats. So if you want to see more Roxy, send some treats to the studio. All right. Next up, let's play more guitar to this drum track and see if we can keep on working this thing out. Here we go. And if this is your first time chiming in, thank you for being here, and please say something in the chat box so I can figure out if that's working and do some chatting back with you. Wouldn't that be cool? Alright, we need to hit this button, I think. XRP check. Alright, here's where we're at with this song. I think I'm done working on it. What do you got, Thumper? I'm working on the song. It don't look like Thumper has anything. Nothing but a cool dream. might ask what I call that. And I call it Figuring Shit Out, Season 1, Episode 1. With your host, me, and my dogs, Roxy and Thumper. Alright, well, been at it for a while today. And I don't know. Looks like we got some stuff, whatever, and made some progress on Sunday. No, that wasn't Sunday. That was so evil. So XRP check. Woo! Just keeps on going down. Well, here's to another broadcast. This one's probably not going viral. So, thanks for checking it out. Appreciate you being here. We'll see when it comes around next time. Until then, this is Shane Stepper with Figuring Shit Out Episode 1, Season 1, signing off. Good night.